How many discounts does USAA Auto Insurance offer? Too many to say here. Multi-vehicle discount, safe driver discount, new vehicle discount, storage discount, legacy.
How many discounts will you stack up? Visit USAA.com/auto discounts. Restrictions apply.
Hey, it's Paris. You know I love sparkly things, right? Like stars. Duh. And thanks to Hilton and Auto Camp, I just slept under them. Picture me, serving looks by the fire outside my luxurious Airstream, making s'mores with the kids, while a national park is our backdrop. The great outdoors meets Hilton hospitality. That's hot. Explore all the new ways to stay at Hilton.com. Hilton for the stay.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. When your computer breaks, you don't wait for it to magically start working again. You fix the problem. So why wait to hire the people your company desperately needs? Use Indeed's sponsored jobs to hire top talent fast. And even better, you only pay for results. There's no need to wait. Speed up your hiring with a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
With a major selection of the looks your kiddos love starting at just $4 in the Walmart app, a new school year means a stylish new them. Who knew? Find skater skirts and Crocs that say, I'm casual but cool. Sparkly sneakers that say, it's my classroom, you're just learning in it. And preppy polos that say, I'm the teacher's pet, even if they're mommy's menace at home. Find their favorite styles starting at just $4 in the app. The Walmart you thought you knew is now new.
This episode is brought to you by Nespresso Virtual Coffee Machines. Ready to enjoy the bold flavors of barista-quality Nespresso iced coffee at home? Simply fill a glass with ice and press the brew button on your virtual pop machine to enjoy rich double espressos roasted to stand up even when chilled. Refreshingly bold iced coffee. Refreshingly easy to make at home. Visit Nespresso.com to shop now.
Hi, Chantel.
Hey, Roxanne.
So, guys, on today's episode, we are going to be talking Orange County. As you guys know, we do 2 episodes on our Patreon. So join our Patreon if you're not on it. We also do ad-free episodes. But before we get into the Orange County recap, because we just watched it, and I will put like a little bit of a timestamp. I did want to say on our last Love Island recap, I think, Chantel, you and I were talking about Austin and we're like, why was he acting like that? And I didn't realize, Chantel, that Austin is a recovering addict. Like he went on a podcast and not only did he open up about being an addict, he also got sexually assaulted as a child.
Oh, that's really sad.
Yeah. And so now I'm like, oh, because a lot of you guys were saying that because we were like, what is wrong with him? Like, what is going on? What was he trying to say? And so, yeah, gosh. And sometimes maybe that's why we got to slow down sometimes because we don't know what's going on with other people. And many people called us out about that. And I was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, it was bad because I think we were like, okay, what was he on? But like if he's recovering, like we're like, we shouldn't accuse anybody. But like he still was being a little like, okay, like not like answering questions properly.
Yeah. So
I
didn't
ever accuse anybody of being on something because that is sad. If like you're like recovered and trying to do your best, like,
Yeah. So yeah, I do want to apologize about that. Another thing I wanted to talk on is like a lot of you guys have messaged me and you were like, hey, I know you talk about stories. Like, did you see this? And yeah, we of course absolutely have seen what happened in Minnesota, and it is the saddest thing ever. And I've cried like 100 times over it, Chantel.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely saw, and I prayed and stuff like that, but I don't let myself like watch these videos and like watch all these things because I just can't do it.
I think it hits home for me though, because my kids are in a Catholic school. They also have mass once a week, and parents are allowed to come to that mass. And it's usually like the whole school, and Catholic schools are so much smaller. And then the parents are there like on the side or whatever. And it made me like realize, I know a lot, at least in Michigan, and I'm sure a lot of schools right now are implementing new things, figuring out new systems, like all that stuff. But there was like a clip I saw of one of the little kids, and he's like, we do practices all the time in case an emergency happens. We just never did it at the church. And my kids go to a church once a week. And I was like, I'm going to make it my mission. It's usually like at 8 a.m. And it's very hard for me to like attend that church. I've gone to mass while they were there a few times. And I'm like, I'm going to be there every time. And, I think this just hit home to me because literally, like, when they talk about, the older kids were talking and they were saying, when it happened, I went on top of my buddy. Well, last year, Charlie was in kindergarten. So kindergarten is when they start the mass. Pre-K stays in school. And that goes for all Catholic schools. And the kindergarten, they have buddies who are older. And so the buddies are like, they're like helper for everything. So to know that the older kids were going on top of the buddy, it's their little buddy, is like, it just all hit home, like the terminology, the everything, like for that to happen as they're praying, for someone to be so evil to do that, it's been really devastating. It's been really hard. And yeah, we are definitely praying and hoping for a change and hoping for protection for all our schools, because
Yeah.
it's crazy and it's sad, and it's been like a really sad week. And you guys know that I'm like that mom who's so involved in my school. Like I volunteer at recess every day, like I literally use my lunch break to volunteer at my kids' recess. So I'm always there. And I was at my kids' recess, and Chantal, as I was at the recess, I'm like, like recess is over. I'm like taking off all the, we put like, what's that thing when you're like blocking stuff? You're blocking
Cones.
streets. Like it's like, but it's not cones. It's like lines they have. I don't even know. You pull it out. But yeah, basically like, let's just say cones. So I always like finish it off and I clean it up. And then I'm on my way, cause I walk, cause I live right by the school, and I see a cop pull up, and I'm like, why? I mean, I've been here now, like this whole recess, like, why is a cop pulling up? And I was like, should I ask him? And I was like, no. And then I'm calling like a mom to tell her that her kid fell, and I was like comforting her child. And all of a sudden I then see, and I'm like, that is why a cop came to our school. But I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know. It's really scary. Today I woke up and I was like scared sending my kids to school, man. So
I think it's definitely a bigger system issue, and like there needs to be things that this doesn't happen to our schools in America like this. Like I really think it's so crazy that the statistics on like America versus other countries, and like what are they doing that we're not doing?
I feel like one of the biggest things, because I don't want to get like political or anything, but like when you go to when you are whatever, wherever you're going that involves government, there's like security pulled up, like you can't do shit for shit. They have people like right there. Anything that involves a government location or whatever. And it's like, well, then I feel like we need to have that for every single school,
But wasn't this situation like a drive-by? Like how would you prevent that?
No, it wasn't a drive-by. He like got out of his car.
But like he was outside the building, right?
He was
And he was shooting
outside and
inside.
shooting from the windows and stuff. Yeah.
So it's like I think there's definitely so much more to
But if
it.
the security guard was out there, he would shoot him immediately. So it wouldn't have had that many shots. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and like you're saying, like maybe there should be security people like throughout depending on the day, like at mass time, someone's outside. Like when they're walking from the mass to the other places, there should be other things.
Yeah.
I just wonder for every school, like what they could do to implement things like that.
Yeah. I mean, I'd be willing to even pay more. And I pay a fucking lot. It's like I literally work just to pay off for my kids' school, but I would be willing to pay more if that means we hire someone. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's just, thank God I live right by my school. Like, thank God. And thank God, like, I'm involved. And it's like, sometimes I'm always like, I know, Chantal, like, you're always like to me, dude, like, just chill. Like, you don't need to go to everything. But like,
I know, but
do
what are like, why are you saying, like, what is that going to do for you if someone came and
whatever. Like,
shut up the school?
okay, but I could run and be on top of my kids. I could, like it's just like different. Like, and if God forbid something was to happen, like my kids had their mom there, like they're so fucking scared, Chantel. They're so scared, and all they want is their mom and dad. And I was there. So like I was there to comfort them in a little way. Like there were kids walking out seeing like people they didn't know, and they said, I want my mom and dad. I just want my mom and dad. Can you hold my hand? That's what they were telling the adults. Like I'm there with my kid if something was to happen. Like I spot my kid. Like when I go to my kid's mass like once a week, I see, okay, that's where my kid's sitting. That they're both sitting there, like one's there, one's there. Like I'm on it. So like I want to be there if something was to like we even think about like what happened in Texas, like those kids were without their parents, and it's one thing like that you're so scared, but then you don't even have your parents, like your one comfort while you're scared. Like your parents make you feel better that it's going to be all right, even if it isn't all right, it's going to be all right because you have your parents. And
Yeah,
so
I just think we can't live our life thinking something like that's going to happen, and like we like let me be there for that for that situation.
yeah, I don't know.
And you're not going to always be there for like them, all the time. So it's just like you can't. It's a blessing that you can maybe go there throughout like throughout the week for them. But it's like we don't like think like that. Like, oh, I'm doing this because like I want to be there in case something bad happens.
Well, for multiple reasons, I want to be involved, but yeah, like I also want to be there in case something does happen. Like, I don't know, but there's of course multiple reasons. Like, I genuinely love seeing my kids' excitement when they see me at their
Yeah.
school,
Yeah, I think that's your motivation for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I think both are, but yeah, okay. But
I just think like we shouldn't think like I want to be there. Something's like we shouldn't even put that in our thought process.
this is
But I
one of
do think schools
this is
should
one
need
of those
to.
things though that I think like once your child is here, you're gonna understand.
No, I get it. I'm just saying like we shouldn't think that way.
I
And it
mean,
also
it's
like I also think like you're literally like 1% of who can do that. So it's like we shouldn't think like I don't know. It's just like putting that in people's like minds.
but I'm not like shaming people who can't do that. Like no one, honestly, like it's very hard that I am doing that. Like it's not like it makes my day way more chaotic and stuff. Like but like I still make it happen. So I don't know. But anyways, that's besides the point. It's not about me. But I'm just saying, like it is honestly, truly the saddest thing ever. And
I really do think Hope schools really like do more now. Like every time it happens, I think more schools keep doing more and more, but like they really keep thinking because like other things are not changing, like other factors are not
right, the
changing in our
schools can
America.
only do so much. You know what I mean?
I know, but it's also feels like nothing else is changing in our world. So it's like what can we do to protect our children?
Yeah.
Maybe it's parents even volunteering.
I know, I agree. Like, like
Mhm.
parents, like for example, like in a Catholic school, like we have to volunteer 20 hours, right? You know me, you guys, I get like about 90 hours, but in a school, you have to do 20 hours. And it's like maybe like dads volunteer during recess or volunteer during mass to like just stay out there in case something happens,
Yeah, like imagine if you're like at a high school and you have like 1,000 kids. That means most kids have, two parents. That's 3,000, or 2,000 parents. Like you're telling me that we can't like, have parents like volunteer.
Yeah, no, I agree. You know what's so funny? Like it's not funny, but in high school, did you have like a person who was like not like the hall monitor, but she was kind of like the security person, or like she or he were like the security person?
Well, we definitely, yeah, we had people at every entrance, especially walking into school, like they were like the hall people. So like you definitely had those, and like I recently tried to go into a high school like this past year, and it was crazy. Like I couldn't get in. I was delivering something. There was one entrance that was open, and it only was like a little desk, and someone was standing there. So like you can't get like it seems like it's very hard to get in if you're not a student or someone like a teacher or something like that. So like I just feel like more and more, like hopefully like they're doing things like that where it's like one entrance only open, like that's like unlocked after school, after people are getting in for school, and that's it.
Yeah. Good.
Even like ID badges, like the same keys that we use to get into hotel rooms. Like why can't people use those for the doors for the schools? Like there needs to be like so much more like security.
I feel like there needs to be a security because, like, yeah, guns are a problem for sure. People are a problem for sure. It's both. Two things can be true, but I feel like there should be someone who's strapped up, like that's outside of the school, and like that should be like a security I mean, but like the logistics of it. I don't know.
Just sick in the head. It's like just so sick that you go into a school and its children are there and they're just there because they have to be, and it's like just so disgusting.
You know that the mom worked at the school.
Yeah, I did hear that.
Insane, but yeah, it's been on my mind, and I'm just praying for the parents, the children, just like the whole school, because now they're affected forever. And it's the state of Minnesota. Like I'm sorry to say this, but like hurt yourself. Like I'll never understand how anyone can hurt a child. I'll never get it. I will never get it. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, let's get off of this. I'm gonna have to put trigger warning in our description, like beyond trigger warning. So 14-minute till the 14-minute mark. But I wish I had said it in the beginning, because even when we say it in the description, someone gets mad because we didn't say it in the beginning. Which I get.
We can do like an intro in the beginning and say it.
Do you want to do that?
Trigger warning, Roxanne's talking a lot about the shooting, you guys.
Yeah, but all right, let's get back to something light. Was it light? I don't know. The Real Housewives of Orange County, you guys.
Not light, but it's definitely not like the dark, this dark stuff, real life stuff.
We missed last week's episode. Chantel was on her baby moon, and I feel bad because we haven't even talked about your baby moon or anything, but I mean, we did on Patreon. And did you want to say anything about it?
No.
Okay. Okay. So, what my thoughts on last week's episode? Some of you guys said to us, like, I didn't feel like last week's episode was good. I actually thought it was phenomenal. I thought it was a good episode. And I think I was triggered mostly by Gina saying that she was in contact with a journalist, like instead of saying a blogger or a podcaster, a journalist, because it makes her sound more legit. But did you have any thoughts, or do you remember any like specific scenes from last week's episode? I'm sure while we talk about this episode, it's going to like pop up to us.
I think the biggest thing was like who's lying, who's not lying, because it gets brought up that, like it just the whole episode was boring up until the end. And you leave the episode saying like, OK, what is the truth? Because you have everyone calling each other a liar. You have everyone really saying that this person did. I didn't say this. I did say this. So it just left you like so confused. I think that's what happened last episode. And we get a lot of clarification kind of this episode. Not really. We get a setup of a lie detector test. Do we believe the lie detector test? Really, no, I wouldn't really believe that. But I think you can form more of an opinion, I feel like, this episode, because like last episode, you really were like, who's telling the truth and who's not?
Well, here's the thing. So Katie, had went back and told Kiki that, Gretchen got hospitalized, right? So she says
that she's saying she didn't. Right.
Gretchen is saying that she never told Katie that, but then in one scene we see her both tell Tamara and Shannon that. I guess what I was confused about that scene is why Tamara didn't turn around and be like, wait, you got hospitalized? Like, you never said anything about this. Like, I feel like if Tamara had really hurt her, she would have said something, but I'm not sure. But that's what makes Gretchen's like story not look as credible.
Exactly.
And that's the problem there. And then with Katie, she denies like going and telling Kiki any of this. But then
she says she heard it though.
Well, at the end of the episode, she ends up saying, like, they did tell me this. I'm not going to be the pawn and protect them anymore. And so then that verifies that, yes, she did go back and tell Kiki that. So like you're wondering.
But then why, like tonight's episode, she says she didn't still in the lie detector test.
That confused me too, because at the end,
I think you can interpret it that you're saying they're using me as a pawn, and so I did, but like she still didn't admit to it.
But at the end of last week's episode, she literally says like, yeah, they did tell me this. And then Slade called us and said, like, bury this, like, basically. So she literally admits it. So maybe she's saying, no, I didn't tell Kiki it. But she's saying, like, yeah, they did tell me this.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I think, like, she for sure is saying that they told me this, but she's still denying that she went to Kiki and told the blogger that Gretchen said this.
Yeah.
Even on this episode.
Which obviously, like.
Which you think she did tell Kiki.
Well, based on what she's saying, I'm thinking, yeah, she did tell Kiki. Like, I don't know. Based on what she said, I don't know. Like, her and Gretchen like both messed up.
Yeah,
this
like
episode.
I think, exactly. And I think Jen is just freaking lost in that. The one thing I hate is
genuinely do not think that Jen heard it at all. Like Jen is very authentic. Like you can tell she's not like sitting there scheming or lying for anybody. Like Jen is not fucking like that. You can tell. So I really think that if it did get said, Jen was in La La Land and like did not hear it.
I just think for me, like it makes me so annoyed because it's like you have these three like kind of fighting with each other, and then you just like have like the rest of the the rest of them like laughing and enjoying this moment, like haha, like this is not even like, and then they're like participating in the drama to get everyone more riled up, but like they're excited to see this, and I'm like, no, this is not what we need.
Yeah. I will say though, the lie detector human was the shadiest person the person who conducted the lie detector test. I want one of you guys to find her name. We need to Google her. We need to see how long she's been doing this for. Very like unprofessional, very weird, very added commentary that's very unnecessary. So and we'll talk about that because I'm still shook about that bitch. You know,
it was. I think someone in our Patreon did post a picture of the guy, not the girl, and they were like, I think it's the same guy that did Lisa Vanderpump, and then they also found out that they lost their PI license and has been caught for fraud.
No, but we don't know that. We didn't fact check it.
No, I know, but it's like on Reddit. I'm saying so, like it's just funny. Like we know his last name, and they showed that he. You know that feeling when summer plans are in full swing, but your to-do list looks a lot like it's also on vacation? That was me last month. Between hosting friends, running errands, and juggling work, the last thing I wanted to do was spend my Saturday deep cleaning. That's when I booked HomeAglow. HomeAglow is this amazing 5-star home service platform that makes your space clean and tidy without you lifting a finger. You just hop on their website, pick the day and time you want, choose the length of your cleaning, and boom, you're matched with a background-checked cleaner you can read reviews about before booking. My cleaner had a 4.9 star rating and was so thorough. I actually had time to sit outside and enjoy my coffee while my house was transformed. And the best part, their Forever Clean membership saves you $30 an hour on future cleanings. So you can book unlimited cleaning starting at just $19 an hour, all backed by their happiness guarantee. 100% of cleaning fees and tips go straight to your cleaner, so you're also supporting someone in your community. Take home cleaning off your plate this summer with HomeAglow. Head to homeaglow.com/TRH to get your first 3 hours of cleaning for only $19. That's HomeAglow.com/TRH.
Introducing the perfect companion to your morning listening routine. AG1's clinically backed formula is now flavor-packed with 3 new delicious flavors: tropical, berry, and citrus. Start the day on a high note with probiotics that taste like the tropics. Mix it up with micronutrients that taste like berry or citrus. And take it all the way back with the classic AG1 Original with notes of pineapple and vanilla. Do your health a flavor or 4 with AG1 Next Gen, the daily health drink. Learn more at drinkag1.com.
My cat Freddie loves to be brushed and cuddled. But stirring up his cat allergens meant sneezing and itchy eyes. Then I found Purina One Live Clear. It's cat food that reduced the major allergen and my suffering in as little as 21 days. Now, we feel closer than ever. If you have issues with cat allergens, you really need to try Purina One Live Clear.
Try new Purina One Live Clear today. Purina One, a difference from day one.
I'm always looking for ways to show my cat how much I love her. And with Fancy Feast gems, I can pamper her whenever I want with a savory gravy on top of a gourmet mousse pâté. The pyramid shape makes serving simple, so all I have to do is peel and plate to make mealtime feel extra fancy. And with 2 entrees in every pack, it's easy to turn every day into the extraordinary. Fancy Feast gems.
This episode is sponsored by Friskies, who would like to tell your cats hi. Now, if that didn't get your cat's attention, there's one thing that always does the trick. Just pour some Friskies crunchy food in the bowl and you'll hear those paws come running. Works every time. With so many Friskies choices, you can always bring your cats running from their secret napping spots. There's always more to explore. See for yourself at friskies.com or visit your local store.
Hey, it's Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. Now, I was looking for fun ways to tell you that Mint's offer of unlimited premium wireless for $15 a month is back. So I thought it would be fun if we made $15 bills. But it turns out That's very illegal. So there goes my big idea for the commercial. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
Today's top story, the flavor merger of the century between the Peanut Butter Group and Chocolatey Corp. Joining me is a PBC executive.
Thanks for having me, Barry.
Now, how did you know the merger and the byproduct of it, Jif peanut butter and chocolate flavored spread, would be a success?
You know, it was a gut feeling, a rumbling, if you will. Besides, they're two titans of taste.
Very true. Goes great with pretzels.
And pancakes.
Apples too, I bet. Try Jif PBC today.
It's summer. Time to enjoy long days, lazy nights, and zero cooking. Because Uber Eats has deals all summer long. So, when hunger strikes, don't sweat it. Delicious deals are just a tap away on Uber Eats. Enjoy all your favorite food delivered straight to you. Get Burger King, Subway, Popeyes, and hundreds more local favorites and savor every last bite. Now that sounds like a good summer. Order now on Uber Eats. Terms apply. Product availability varies by region. See app for details.
Everyone who works at Starbucks, full or part-time, gets stock in our company, simply for being part of our company. That's why we call our employees partners, because when Starbucks succeeds, our people do too. And that success turns into down payments, family vacations, and so much more. At Starbucks, benefits like company stock are just the start. Learn more about how we support partners at starbucks.com/partners.
This episode is brought to you by GM Genuine Parts and AC Delco. Get the most out of your vehicle with GM Genuine Parts and AC Delco original equipment. The only parts designed, engineered, tested, and backed by General Motors. You can find your perfect fit for most makes and models and choose from 3 tiers of parts, including GM OE or gold and silver aftermarket parts. Visit gmparts.com for more information.
Learning through play starts with Lego Duplo. With Lego Duplo, toddlers can develop real-life skills while having fun with colorful bricks made just for them. Large, easy to grip, and safe to explore. When children express themselves with Lego Duplo, they build patience, problem-solving, and empathy. See your child learn perseverance and self-expression with everything they imagine and create. Visit lego.com/preschool to learn more.
$1 million, free to play. You just need to survive. It's the Fanatics NFL Survivor Pool. Pick one team to win each week. Get it right, move on. Get it wrong, you're out. The last fan standing take home a guaranteed $1 million cash prize. And for every player who joins, we add $1 to the pot, up to $10 million. The Fanatics NFL Survivor Pool. Play free on the Fanatics app. App access open to all. Must be 21 plus and joined by 9/8 to play. No purchase necessary, U.S. only, void where prohibited. Subject to complete terms, see fanatics.com/game rules.
On X I had put, so Katie lied and Gretchen lied. Whose lie was worse? And then this account, it's like a Jennifer Stan account. They're like, Jen wins. Like, I'm dying.
Just stay. You act like you just say that you don't know anything. I guess like that's the way to go.
Someone responded and goes, Tamara getting Gretchen drunk so her son could fuck her.
Ooh, those videos are resurfacing now. Like I know you mentioned them, and
really.
Oh yeah, like I've been seeing them pop up on my For You page. So people are like, especially because they're talking about that night, people are like, this night that this happened, it was more like it was nasty with the son thing, but I think a lot of people were so taken back by Tamara and Vicky's like their behavior. And it's like so hard because like we sometimes can give people a pass because we're like, oh, you guys, it was so long ago, and like this is like how it was, but it's so cringe. Like when I'm watching the videos, I'm just like, this is so cringe.
I'm telling you, like she would get so canceled. Someone wrote, Gretchen lied on camera about going to the hospital and still passed the test. So that's all we need to know about the so-called polygraph and Emily's obvious setup. Someone said they'll always side against Katie. However, Gretchen lying about being drugged and going to the hospital is worse. Tamara and Shannon knew that, but still sided with her. The question is not applicable. I know we're supposed to like her, but Jen is up to be worse than both. Her acting is beyond. I really don't think Jen is acting. Someone said Gretchen because all Katie did was repeat what she heard. Yeah, like they all lied. This was a poor lie detector test at best. That's what it seemed. At this point, I don't care if Katie was lying. The way she's being set up, to be kicked out is so blatant and so disgusting.
I do agree with that. Like, I don't like what they're doing and how they're doing it. And like it's her second season, so it's just like so crazy that like you walk into a season and like they're ready. Like they've had this planned. They know what they're doing. It's like it's almost like, and that's like why to me it's like this whole episode she's so nervous. Like even in the lie detector, she was like so nervous to come and throw up. And like yeah, maybe it could be because she's lying, she's about to get caught. I don't freaking know, but it's more the fact that just like even with her lying and then they're doing this to her, it's so much. It's so dark.
Yeah, someone said, the problem is here, Gretchen has supposedly said something about Tamara drugging her allegedly, but she kept it quiet and thought she was sharing with a friend. Katie went and blabbed to a blogger who could take it, publicize it, and cause trouble for Tamara and Gretchen. So yeah, it was a lot. It's a lot. So, but it sounds like the thing is, and we've always said this with the audience, like if everyone's going against one person, no one's going to fuck with it unless it's Tamara. If everyone was against Tamara, that is when the world would unite together. No matter what you think in life, we would all unite if everyone went against Tamara. But typically when one person is getting iced out, it doesn't work out. So let's start from the beginning of the episode. Shannon's father celebrating 96 years. How blessed would you want to live up to 96 years old?
I would if I'm like where he's at, or like even where our grandma's at, even though she's a little cuckoo, like, but like if I can walk, if I can walk, I can talk, I don't have dementia, nothing's wrong with me, I absolutely would. But like
he looks good.
I know the minute though, like I start deteriorating, like please just like let me go my sleep. Like I wish like there was like a way you can just say, hey, I'm ready, let me go my sleep.
Well, you could, but I mean,
no, okay, that's killing yourself.
Yeah. Well, no, but like there's been so many things like, yeah, I guess, because yeah, it's still killing yourself.
No, yeah.
I'm telling. But yeah, he just like looks so sharp, so healthy, so good. He acts better than our parents do. Like literally. What? So,
I know for sure my mom is not gonna live to 90 something years old.
I don't know, man. Our mom's side. Well, actually, I don't know. So Shannon opens up to her dad that she understands that Tamara is unhealthy and that while Tamara wants to move forward, Shannon's struggling with it. And the thing is, like, we know that if this show wasn't still going, Tamara, like, if right now, like, Tamara got fired or if Tamara, like, quit the show, Shannon would never look twice at Tamara again. But it's like, that's what I don't want a show like that. Like, I want real fucking friendships.
Yeah, and you could tell that she's so over the friendship. She's done. She's absolutely done. She's
valid.
done. Yeah, and 100%.
There's no
but be like right now we're seeing a little bit like tidbits of her saying things like, I don't know if I can be friends with her or like talk about it, but it's like just be straight up and like tell her like you're shitty. I don't want to talk to you. Get out of my face. But it's like we're starting to see it more and more per episode because like even in this episode we'll get to like when we see Tamara again, it's like you could tell she was so bitter that like Gina and what's her face like went up to her fast. Like you could tell she was bitter about it.
Well, Chantal, the problem with Tamara is like if you can't move on of the shitty stuff she does, she will literally gaslight the fuck out of you and make it like you're the problem.
Yeah, no, I know. That's also true.
So Gina meets with Gretchen and Gina is like, I want to get to the bottom of all the drama that's going on. And Gina is like funny because like she's like a producer pet. Like you can just tell like she's in the middle of everything and always wanting to get to the bottom. I don't know. And what I found again so funny about Gina is that she came for Katie and others for speaking to bloggers, and Gina literally has all these people on speed dial. Like
literally
she has every person, and she's trying to normalize it by calling them journalists. They all do the same thing, okay? Whether they're a journalist, blogger, podcaster, they report on the Real Housewives. Just like you guys are saying, like we told Kiki this, and like Kiki had integrity. She didn't put it out, but she could have because that's what she does, right? Like she shares these things if she knows stuff and if she like could fact check it. So it's all the same thing. There's no difference in this, Gina. So you could keep saying journalists as much as you fucking want. These people all do the same thing. And you have these people's number and are comfortable enough to talk to them on the phone and then get them to come and film. So there's that. But
I'm going to start referring to you as a journalist.
right, exactly. I guess
You
we're all
are.
right. So the problem is, obviously we know Katie probably did tell Kiki. She clearly told Kiki. We said that Gretchen also like said she went to the hospital, didn't say to the hospital. What did we think about the conversation had with Kiki?
I mean, I think she's not saying, like, I think Kiki is being honest.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
think
like, it just, to me, it's like, what is she like, you're going on screen right now, and it's like, okay, like, what am I gonna do? Like, pull up shit from my ass? But like, I still think it was dirty.
of Kiki to do.
No, of like Gina to call her and bring her and like have this conversation. And then I also thought like Gretchen was like, maybe because we haven't seen Gretchen in a while, like on her screens, but like I forget, maybe she's really always emotional, but she was like really emotional.
Yeah.
Did you think that it was like did you think that was more normal? Like that, like way she got so upset?
I think for her, like she thought her and Katie might have had a friendship. And
But even if they did, let's say they did like 1 year friendship.
right.
Yeah, that's the one thing I took from it. I don't know. It was just like, okay. But like maybe just like to her, she doesn't like to relive that night, and she just is like feels so betrayed. It's new for her again to come back on the show, and like right away off the rip, she's feeling betrayed. Like I can see that, like why she's getting emotional. But it just like makes me annoyed that she's even sitting with Gina doing this. Like that's what I took from this.
Yeah, we're just like very hard though. We have no emotions. So like right now, if you were there and Gretchen was crying, it's because like again, we're first generation, so something's wrong with our parents. But like if right now Gretchen was crying, like Chantal and me would be like pinching each other on the bottom, being like, the fuck is wrong with her? Why is she crying like this? It's totally valid though. Something's wrong with us.
Yeah.
It's a us problem, not
but I'm really good about, I would be hugging her like, oh, it's okay. You're fine. Don't worry.
Yeah. Yeah, you would do. Yeah, but I would totally not make it like, what
yeah.
like the fuck. I would just call you after and get on the phone and like, why was she crying? Yeah, but you know how many people are gonna come at us and be like, well, you know what I liked? When they were getting ready for the Persian party, Gina was doing her own glam. I do not like Gina, but she was doing her own glam. And that's why I loved Mormon Wives, because like none of them were doing glam to go to each other's fucking houses. Granted, this is like a Persian party, but like I'm so over the glam. I get why they do it, because you guys, I'm a hypocrite. If I was on the show, I would do glam too. Hello, the internet is truly insane, unstable, like how people talk about people's appearance because like we can't see theirs. So, but like still, like I just like love Mormon Wives because they're so normal and not always glammed up.
Yeah, I think it's annoying though, because it makes her look like probably not as like, dolled up, because everyone else got glam and she didn't. So like that's like where it's just like so much pressure. But I mean, good for her to stay true to her not wanting it.
She looks
not
better.
Wanting to pay it.
She looks better without being super glammed up, to be honest.
Yeah,
she's harsh when she's glammed up. We aren't really seeing Slade, and I'm just so shocked about this. But I feel like it's a Slade thing where he's like, I want nothing to do with this, but like Gretchen, I'll support you. I just want to be on the outs. But I love that because Gretchen was having so much anxiety, like going to this Persian party, that he preyed on her, dude.
Yeah, I think this moment did make me feel like, okay, like she is taking this all really personal, and like that's probably why she did get emotional. Like actually nothing about the scene, and it's like it's hitting her a lot more than like she's not faking like actually being emotional. She just really is hurt by it.
What do you think of Emily? So it's the Persian party, and Emily has a lie detector test. What do you think?
I think it's so stupid. Like it's the dumbest thing. It's like seriously, like like I think it could be funny, like if you all ask the questions around the table and just like heard like just like how they heard it, but it's like this is so BS, and like we're really gonna believe them. Look how no one believed anything they said. Like, oh, when Heather found out that, she said, no, I didn't call paparazzi. And it said, yeah, you lied on that. Like, oh, do you believe the lie detector people or you don't?
No, she was like, I swore on my kid's life. But then when Katie gets lied on everything.
Exactly.
Like, yeah. So it was kind of bullshit. I'm not gonna lie. Before, so a lot of them get to the Persian party and they're talking about Tamra. And they're like, well, I really haven't talked much about Tamra. We can see the cracks. Like Gina and Emily do not fuck with Tamra. They only fuck with her because they're scared of her. I don't give a shit. And but
Gina especially, you can tell. I think Gina does it for more of a use. She'll call her out a little bit more. But like Emily, like I feel like kind of still likes likes Tamara and likes to have a friendship with her. Like she's up her ass.
You know, I think that Emily has a podcast under Tamara. And I think because she has a podcast under Tamara, Tamara is someone who is like Stephanie from the Real Housewives of Miami. She will
Dangles a carrot.
Exactly. So yeah, and she'll remind you like you're under me. So yeah. But Shannon it seems to be over Tamara. Shannon is like shocked because they're all talking about how Tamara's like pissed that like no one really reached out to her, and Shannon like says like only Tamara can quit a show and think that we should all give her grace. But if any of us quit the show, caused chaos on social media, then came back, Tamara would never let that go,
and this how like behind the scenes, like they were all talking to each other like multiple times, calling each other on the phone multiple times, like trying to figure out the situation, like what they're thinking. So like there's been probably so many conversations had behind the scenes, and so like that's probably why like it's like Tamara just shows up when apparently Emily doesn't even invite her, so she just shows up on her own, and like they're all like willing to give her be like haha, like come here Missy, like let me talk to you, and it's like no.
Yeah.
There should be more an actual conversation like, hey, like you wanted to quit the show. Why? And like, let's talk through this. Not just show up and be like, oh, like half the people are apologizing to her.
Yeah. It's funny because when Tamara comes in, Emily instantly starts apologizing to her.
Yeah.
And they're just so fucking scared of her. And then Gina's like, I genuinely love you. And it's like what Gina meant was like, I'm genuinely scared of you. And that's what it is. Gina does not like Tamara. She is just like literally tolerating her. I feel
the
like
only person that I really do think that like cares for her, it is Heather. Like she does, like she could be scared. She could be scared, but I also think that there is a side of her that they have this long-term they have a long friendship. She does care for like, what she goes through. I do think she's scared of her for sure. But like, I do think there's still like a genuineness to their friendship, like on Heather's part.
Like when I look at Gina and Tamara, like I can see a big age difference between them.
Yeah.
And like I feel it. I'm like, it's like, like some people you don't feel that, like even us, like with certain people, like it doesn't matter how old they are or if we're way older than them, we don't feel that. But like with them, like I sense that age difference. Like there's just you can just tell with them. And I mean, Tamara's 57, Gina's young, dude. She's 41. And like you can just tell that Gina, like low-key is like she clocks Tamara, but she's just fake as fuck.
Yep.
Yeah. So while Katie was in the lie detector test, did you notice how Gina said that she's dying? Or no. Okay, no. This is what it was. So prior to like everyone, like more people coming, Gina's like, I really want to tell Emily about me meeting with Kiki, but like that's for Gretchen to do it, you guys. All of a sudden, everyone's there. Katie is at the lie detector test. And then Gina says, or Emily says, brings it up. And she's like, Gina, tell them how like you met with Kiki yesterday. And I was like, wait, literally, they just said that she's dying to tell Emily about it, but she hasn't because she thinks that like she wants to be respectful to Gretchen. But then literally Emily just spilled that she knows about it already.
Exactly. Who's a liar now, Gina?
I swear, you guys have to understand something. Like Gina and Emily are so close, like so
which
fucking
is fine. Like, what? No one cared that you told Emily. We assumed you told Emily
because I would call you, Chantal.
Yeah, I would think that you told her that you're meeting up with them, like already, like before even saying like, oh, I met up with them. You already told her that this was happening. So it's like, why are you lying to make it seem like you're a trustworthy person? Like it's really like there's a lot of lying going on over here. We need to get a real lie detector test.
The lie detector test was so fucking shady. Like I just like whoever this was, like I don't believe it. And here's the thing. When they asked Jen about like whatever, if she was like nervous to marry Ryan, not only like did the lie detector girl say like, oh, yeah, you failed it. She was like, you were like really like you're like your heart rate and it was like really extreme. Like, oh my gosh, it was like the most extreme thing. And everyone's like, oh, looks like her and Ryan have issues. Like, oh, and I'm like, bro, I am so sorry. Like, this is not a coincidence here. Like, this is like a setup. And then like to clown on Heather for them to say that she lied on that. What was
Yeah,
it?
there was she lied on like calling the paparazzi. I think Tamara, there was a lie for Tamara.
The autism thing.
Yeah.
Wait, but like that was the truth, you guys. Like she really
I
did
know,
lie
but
on
still, we
that.
can't say what is not and what is, because like they're not, at least if one person, like if Tamara and or Heather said, you know what, I did lie about that.
They actually had a scene though of Tamara, of the therapist is like, well, we don't want to say that I said that you're autistic. I said that you could get checked for it. Like they literally had proof for that one.
No, I know, but that was like this season, like before, like when she first came out to the reunion last year. It's like we don't know what that therapist had said to her. But I'm saying if Tamara,
the therapist literally did respond and say to her, like, well, no, like what I said was you need to get checked for it. So like, because she was like saving her ass, like I did not fucking tell you that you were autistic.
The one thing too is like if Tamara or Heather came out and said, okay, yeah, you know what, the lie detector is real, I did do these things, you know, or I did lie about these things, then we can believe all the rest of them. But no. And then for Gretchen's one, like it said, yeah, she told the truth for everything, but she did tell Tamara and them that she went to the hospital, and she said she didn't. So it's like, it's really weird. It's like you really just can't believe it. That's it.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. And then
one thing is Katie was really nervous and like really was like so like scared, and like that's also shady too. It's like, why were you so nervous?
Well, by the way, I absolutely feel like production, someone told this lady who was conducting the lie detector test to say that Shannon and Tamara both passed in wanting to be friends with each other in hopes that this would make them feel like, okay, maybe we do, like, let's move forward, because they want that so badly. That was so fucking set up, you guys. Like, oh my goodness.
Literally.
So anyways, like it ends up being like, as soon as like they find out all Katie lies, like fucking Emily, bro. She's like, you shouldn't even be here. Like, you're a liar. But like, Chantal, you're making good points. Like if these people got accused of lying, so, and Heather's still standing by like, no, that's not true, I swore on my children, then this is all inaccurate. And so Katie is like uncomfortable. She's already been like dying every single episode coming to these things, like feeling isolated and whatever. So she leaves and they're all like talking about it. And the one thing that I notice is you see Emily's daughter right there. And
oh my God, no way.
This is the same daughter that Emily said, I never speak or say anything in front of my daughter. I never say a word in front of my daughter. And it's like literally the daughter is like passing by. She's like, hey guys, as they're all fighting, talking shit about everyone.
Which is so normal, you guys. It's just so normal. Like, you know, that's, yeah, like that would happen at a home that you're hosting when you have kids. Okay. So like, it's like, don't make it seem like you're Miss Pretty Proper over there and your kids are shielded from all this.
I swear.
No, it goes to show that like they took anything that Katie has lied about or what they assume she's lied about, whatever, and has made it such a big deal and such a big thing. And like when you really break it down and you think about what she has lied about or assuming that she's lying about it, it's like literally not that deep.
Right.
The only, and like for their reactions is definitely not warranted 100%.
Yeah. No, I agree.
But they're all turning on her. Was this going to be the last episode, or we see her one more time? Like, I'm really sad for her.
I think this is the last episode we see her.
No way.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? And we're like not even mid.
Wow.
I know.
Damn, they really did her dirty. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, we've just never seen that before.
Never. I just think it's
full-time
crazy.
housewife. Yeah, we've never seen it. We really haven't. So I don't know, y'all. I don't know. It was a crazy episode. You guys missed us from last week. Oh my gosh. You guys all like, girls, where the fuck are the recaps?
Especially because like these two shows, like OC Miami, are really our top tier right now. Like there's so much drama that like it really is so good, and you have to like, you can't miss an episode.
I know. But we are off to go filming our Miami recap. So that's all that we got for OC. But we love you guys. Let us know your thoughts. Agree, disagree. Let us know. And make sure to join our Miami, listen to our Miami podcast episode. And then our 2 additional on Patreon. We love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.